Damn. Okay, maybe ADC role isn't for me. How did I lose 10 games in a row? I fell down from almost silver all the way down to iron again. It seems whatever I do, however many games I play, I always fall down so much and can't get out of iron for this long. How is this even possible? Am I this bad or is this role just impossible for me? It wasn't always like this. I started playing this game back in 2014, I believe, and everything used to be fine. I used to play top lane, I used to play Riven, and then I made a huge break during my high school years. I did not play this game for I don't know what reasons. I went on to play other stuff. But in the time period while I was playing, it was actually good, and I got used to playing bruisers, and I got used to not extremely falling off, and I got used to people not camping on my lane. And it was fine, it was fun, and then I stopped. And also, aside from the top lane, I was also playing jungle, but it wasn't really my main position. My main position was the top lane. Then I made this huge break and I started playing again, well, this year actually. I mean, around 2023, and I have been playing all the way up to now, but I have decided to start playing AD carry role at the start of this year, and to be honest, I did not have any luck. There would be periods of time where I would get a couple of games that I won in a row, and then I would fall off so much, and it seemed like it didn't matter how well I was playing, how much my CS has improved, how my positioning has improved as well. I know that I did have a problem in the beginning because of my positioning. I simply did not get used to playing the squishy champions, and that's a very big thing that I needed to learn. But eventually, I found some champions that I really like. I loved playing champions that had a huge carry potential, but I simply wasn't prepared to make the sacrifice of my tankiness or my survivability for the damage. But eventually, I did learn how to play more squishy champions. I did learn how to position, and there's just some champions that I actually love to play. For example, Miss Fortune. I have been playing her for the past... Well, I mean, she's one of my mains, and I have 3 skins for her, and I really like those skins, and she's so fun to play. I also play some Jinx. I just love building some items on her. My second main, aside from Miss Fortune, is Tristana. Tristana is so fun to play. She just jumps around, and she has much more survivability than the rest, so that's kind of the main reason why I like her. And aside from her as well, I also really like playing Sivir. She's also fun, she has a unique kit, and I really do like champions that build attack speed and that can do a lot of damage with their basic attacks, not only with their abilities. Also, one of the reasons why I started playing the AD carry role was because I had people that wanted to play with me, and it was either, we all play on our separate lanes, or we play at one lane, and the only lane where we could actually do that was either a jungle and some lane, or at the bot lane. And I wasn't that very good at support. I only main Soraka, which is not, for my support role, which is not that helpful, I guess. People don't like playing with her. So I started to play AD carries. Also, that's the time period where I found out about Miss Fortune's lore, and I started reading a lot. Also, that's the time when Arcane came up, and I wanted to play Jinx a bit. So yeah, basically I started playing the AD carry role because, I wanted to change some things. I wanted to have the main character energy or whatever. I wanted to be the main character. I wanted to deal a lot of damage, to help really into team fights, and to, be useful. Maybe a bit more than at the top lane, and sort of like interact with my teammates. Oh, how wrong was I? Now, the main thing that in this past period that I have been playing this role that I really don't like is the fact that I'm useless. I mean, no, it's not so much that I'm useless, it's that I depend on other champions so much. I depend on my support, and I depend on my mid laner, and I depend on my jungler, and I also depend on other people as well. While you're at the top lane, you only depend on yourself and the enemy, and that's about it. You know, even though the junglers can come to the top lane and they do gank from time to time, it's not that much. Like, the main focus of the game is in the late game, because low elo is the mid lane, and also in the early game it's the bot lane. And it's sort of like the top lane is kind of forgotten, and all the drama happens at the bot lane, and I depend so much on other champions. For example, if my support locks in Mel or Lux, you can see me here banning those two because they're awful. Because, for example, if Lux or Mel just comes and they throw their Q and they just take my wave, I become useless. Lux and Mel can be carries. I cannot be a support as a Misfortune or as Tristana. I am literally there useless. And there's no coming back from that, because I can be on the lane, I can continue to farm, but, you know, it's kind of like, it's not really fun when it's the 30th minute, for example, and I finally have my Lux or Mel leave the lane, and yay, I can finally farm, but the enemy is in our base. So that part is awful. I hate playing with those two characters in specifically. Also, people are trying out other non-meta supports, and it's just terrible because I can fall off and there's nothing else I can do. For example, if I had recently Fizz support, and what was he doing? He was taking my kills and he was taking my farm. Veigar as well. I once had a Twitch support. I mean, and what can I do there? Like, I'm completely useless if I can't farm and if I can't do my thing properly. And then it comes to the junglers. For example, your jungler can just decide not to come, and the enemy jungler can, and then you're just stuck. Or, for example, oh my god, I also hate this champion, Bard. Bard is such an awful support, especially when they don't tell you that they're going to pick Bard support. And they purposefully take the last pick, and they pick it, and there's nothing that you can do. For example, I was playing Misfortune, my support was Bard, he just left me on my lane and went on to do his business, and I got dived under my tower for the 4th level. And what exactly should I do there? And then I'm just standing there, I cannot farm, I cannot go anywhere, and I'm getting dived, and technically I'm feeding, and I don't want to feed. So yeah, the thing that definitely frustrates me is that if you do not have a good support, and if you do not have a good laning phase, you fall off so much, and there's nothing you can do about it. And even if, now the second part, even if I farm well, I have good items, I have good positioning, I have good early kills, I can just get one-shotted by an assassin or by a top laner that's overly fed, overly tanky, and I just shoot them, and I do buy an anti-heal, and there's nothing I can do. I'm just existing there. I'm mega squishy. Like, yeah, sure, I can do a lot of damage, but these days that doesn't even matter, because you can have a tank that has 7,000 health, and what am I supposed to do there? So yeah, basically the things that are really frustrating me is the lack of agency, the lack of probably escape routes for a lot of AD carries. My supports, definitely them. So like, you're dependent on so many people, and to be honest, I'm not sure do I have the nerves for this. I mean, for this lane, because like, you know, for example, you have Lux or Mel support, and they just come and they just steal your whole wave, and what am I supposed to do? I mean, what am I supposed to say? Like, they're not gonna listen to me anyways. Now I have to argue with them in the chat, and I'm just not gonna do that. So yeah. And now what? I mean, I do still believe that this role is extremely fun, and I'm going to continue to play it, but definitely not the same way that I did before. If I have already decided that I want to climb in this game and that I do care about rank, because I don't usually, like, I only play this game because it's fun, but you know, I kinda wanna see like the result of me playing this game for so long. I mean, I wanna see my rank go up. I don't know, I was planning to at least come into silver, and I'm stuck in iron. Like, there's 0.4% of players that are in the lowest iron, and then I'm there. Like it's impossible that, so I have been playing this game for so long. Like, it's impossible that I'm actually that bad that I can't get out of the lowest iron. So yeah, I will definitely back to the top lane. I will be playing easier champions because I haven't been playing top lane in a long time. Maybe some Gangplank, and another Gangplank is extremely hard, but I do like him. I have been playing him long before his rework. I will be playing Garen, I don't know, Darius, and I do know that those champions are not, but again, I do want to climb, and I feel like those champions are can give me that. And when it comes to the AD carry role, I will be playing that as well, but from time to time it will definitely from now on be my secondary role. And so yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to play the AD carry, so when it comes to me, they can take that. Also mid lane, why do people like mid lane so much? I don't know, but yeah, definitely top lane now, AD carry role, and maybe jungle. Again, I mean, for jungle as well, I just get flamed for whatever. I'm just not gonna play that. This is why I have stopped playing the AD carry role and why I believe it's frustrating. Hopefully you're gonna see me next week playing, I don't know, having a good top lane game. So yeah, until next time, bye!